Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. We're looking at the Bible and psychology, and I've studied some Freudian psychology, maybe some Jungian as well, and but we're looking at it from a scriptural viewpoint because I would think that the Bible has 100% the answer, all things that pertains to life and godliness. So thanks for being here. Join us daily. Check out our other videos, including others on this subject of the Bible and psychology in our playlist. So let's get started. So you have both individual psychology and then you have mass psychology. This would be seen in the Bible, let's say mass psychology, in Canaanite religions. And you can really begin to examine what God told the nation of Israel as they're coming up out of Egypt into Canaan. He says, look, you're going to be tempted when you get into Canaan. There's going to be spirits there, so to speak. We would learn this more in Ephesians 6 in the New Testament. But there's something endemic in human nature. It's the second law of thermodynamics. Things are going from a more ordered state to a less ordered state. And that you're going to examine, you're going to look at what went on with the Canaanites, and you're going to be tempted to do the same things. And you need to realize the reason you're getting the Holy Land is because the iniquity of the Amorites are now full, the Canaanites, and I'm sending them out of the land. This is why I've made a covenant with Abraham, and so it's because of their iniquity, so don't fall prey to their iniquities. Of course, the nation of Israel, by and large, with some exceptions, there would be judges, be people after God's own heart, David, but overall, there's this mass psychology. They would fall into this. And then it's like the cycles in the Judges, the book of Judges. You go from prosperity to complacency to sin to captivity to crying out to God sending deliverance to living for God to prosperity. And then the cycle begins again. And so the Bible talks about mass psychology, even in the nation of Israel coming up out of Egypt before they get to Canaan, that they had been caged as slaves so long mentally that even when they came up and had freedom, they could not trust God while they were sitting there looking at the Shekinah glory of God burning and as a cloud. They eating manna, miracle food every day for 40 years. Their shoes weren't waxing old, their clothes weren't waxing old, and they could not trust God. There was a psychological phenomenon, human nature, human depravity, human sinfulness that was going on, and they just could not. And by and large, there was exceptions. There would be exceptions. Your Joshua's and maybe a couple of the sons of Aaron and the like, Moses obviously getting 80-day fast and all this. And so they would long to go back into slavery for food. You go into, even predating this, you go into Joseph and Pharaoh and how people would do anything for food. And so you learn psychology there. And then even the cannibalism that would go on during times of famine. In the Holy Land, there was a psychological thing, a mass psychology. And so you would have all over the ancient world worship of Astarte and Baal, and then different names, maybe Zeus in the Greek pantheon, or Jupiter, which some people would say etymologically is Japheth, in the Roman pantheon. And so you see this even today. Let's say India, by and large, not totally, but by and large, is a Hindu country. It's like there's a zeitgeist. People are talking about rapid onset, various things that happen. So that it does seem like there is mass psychology found in the Bible and in the modern world as well. Some people call this strongholds. Some people call this zeitgeist, but I'd say stronghold more obvious, more biblical term. And so we're going to talk some more about this in another video. But as you study the Word of God, know that it does have all the answers to everything that pertains to life and godliness. So share with your friends, put it on social media. God bless you. Please subscribe. We'll see you. Bye-bye.